well, the Scirocco, all navigating their way around Oggies. A little bit clunky near the back of the order there, as there was a bit of a check-up, but everybody made it through safely by the look of it, Josh.
And already, Niall Bradley turns into Brundle and he's pulling away from Brian Branson. I think Niall Bradley meet here. From Johnny McGregor, who in turn is under a lot of pressure from Callum Noble, as he has an E46 M3 nowadays, so an upgraded car for Callum Noble, and he's got the Mazda in front challenging the Ginetta, because Johnny McGregor looks up the inside of Neil Wallace. He can't make that work though. And then next through, up to 7th place, has come the Volkswagen Golf, a fantastic start for car number 35, which is Harry Yardley Rose. And Yardley Rose started 12th, so he's already up to 7th and ahead of David Gooden.
Great initial lap there from the 35 Golf, really solid stuff. There's a few cars, isn't there, actually, that have progressed really well. They're 3 wide into turn 1, actually, there. There's one of the BMWs down the inside, the Seat Leon involved in the middle of that. There's a bit of a shuffling going on. I think one of the BMWs is making its way past all of these Clios. There's a big, long quartet of Clios, actually, in the middle of the pack. Just going to try and catch which of the M2s that was. I believe it's the number 79 car that's just made its way forward. That car started 11th. That's the Veluga BMW M4 apparently on here. It looked to me like it was an M2, but it's Justin Dodge at the wheel, and he's trying to dodge all the Clios at the moment, Josh.
Addisonisms are continuing, aren't they?
I'm sorry.
David Gooden is coming under pressure from James Alford, I see there. So we'll see Nigel Greenstall into that car later on. David Gooden, who regularly races Jaguar E-Types in the past. Now he's got this BMW M3. Meanwhile, up front, pulling away, continues to be Niall Bradley. 1.3 seconds. And these two BMWs side by side, timing Johnny McGregor slipped through into front and he gets 4th position away then from Neil Wallace, and now he's ahead. Can he pull away? That's what we're hoping to do, and Callum Noble gets involved in that as well. Together then with the goal at the back, but here comes Noel Bradley, touches his face, he crosses the line. And his first flying lap's a 2:03.2, which is almost a second quicker than he went in qualifying. So Niall Bradley has extended out a 3-second lead over Brian Branson. Mark Lee comes through a further 6 seconds back in third. And Johnny McGregor already well clear of Neil Wallace, who had Callum Noble going around the outside of him, and he makes that work. Yes, Callum Noble gets 5th around the outside of Ritchie's. Harry Yardley Rose comes through in 7th. David Gooden is 8th. James Alford 9th. And Justin Dodge is 10th, and in fact involved in that with the non-working transponder is Chris Overend, I think
Ashmole, who's leading the Clios, has got a faulty brake light on the car, because he came past us here, and before it even got to the scrutineering building it had actually showed that he was braking, but the cars behind didn't seem too fussed by it, so I think they know as well that there might be a bit of a faulty brake light on that car, either that or a sensitive brake pedal. But he still led the way going into the corner. But I think the number 69 car, the Westbourne Motors machine of James Black, has gone in front, and he certainly has. 69 machine now in front. Then it's the 555 of Charlie Hand as well, just following on. And like you were very rightly mentioned there, Josh, actually, the Golf at the back of it, the Mark V Golf, chasing them as well. Front row seat for this Clio-esque battle. And there's 4 of them all together. Obviously, teammate cars involved in that as well, because it's the Motus 1 cars, isn't it? Ashmole and Scott Simon. Same livery, one with a big white rear wing, black rear wing, just goes to the top of the bar.
So the battle of Fifth, Callum Noble leads, making that move to he's now into 5th position. Up front though, Noel Bradley still pulling away, and he turns right through for this extended margin. 47 that leads. So 40 is Brandon in second. Third is 74 Mark Lee. There's Johnny McGregor in fourth, who is 5 seconds behind. Then Callum Noble is fifth. Sixth is Neil Wallace. For seventh, the BMW car 70 is over at the M24OI. It's going around the outside of the Volkswagen Golf and goes through. So that's class 2 and 3 leaders together, I think.
Sorry, we're 3 wide there. The Ginetta just nipping around the outside of the Clios there. That's Van Niederveen in the 111 car. He had Charlie Hand one side, and then I think the other side of him, I mean, just have a look again at the timing screen, I think was Ashmole on the left-hand side. So it was very, very close between the three of them, but the Ginetta stretching its legs in a straight line, outrunning the Clios down towards turn 1, but still making the move stick. And that's the thing, isn't it? Again, like we saw yesterday, Josh, with all of this sort of varied cars that we have in this race, the sort of speed of the traffic that you get up to, you never know what it's going to be like because the Ginetta still carves its way through.
Yeah, remember, this is a car that started from the pit lane, so Axel Van Niederveen has got into the top 12. The BMW that leaked all its fluid goes out onto the circuit, so Sonny Gill does get into the race, being 3 laps later than everybody else. Oh, it's still leaking, isn't it?
Yeah, it had a wobble. No, it had a big wobble there.
I think there was some sort of steam turning the ridges. So the marshals have been looking at all the Clios. Derry Clio cut the through Hamilton.
Yeah, Ashmole there and Charlie Hand both having a very, very big moment through Hamilton. And the golfer's actually bumped all of them off. He's just thought, right, I'm fed up of watching you lot now. I'm going to take advantage and try and go around the outside. But he's side by side with the number 4 of Scott Simon. He's pushed out wide on the exit of Williams. And then as they head towards the back straight, the Golf's in front. So again, the Mark 5 Golf using its maybe potential power advantage anyway to try and get in front. And he has made it work. But the field is getting very, very spread out very quickly here, George. And I think these leaders are going to get traffic sooner than they thought.
Yeah, it looks like a couple of cars on through, which is okay. I've noticed isn't going to be a problem. Noel Bradley's in the 202s now. He's 9 seconds clear of Brian Branson. Mark Lee comes through third. 4th for Johnny McGregor. 5th Callum Noble. 6th for Neil Wallace. As it was before, big battle in the Clios, and one of them shot off the circuit at the S's a moment ago. Car number 4 it was, so 4 is Scott Simmons that went off at Brundle, so that's basically he's dropped out in the battle. So before we get to the pit stop, let's have a look at the classes. So the top 3 in the 3, class 1, class 2, that's headed by in the car number 70 BMW M2. Second in that class is 79 Justin Dodge, and that Clio that went off is into the pits now. So car number 4 Stuart Simon has pitted, and there's a second car coming in which is 76, the BMW that had problems earlier, so William Lynch has also pitted. Class 3, that's going to number 35, which is Harry Yardley Rose. Second Class 3 is number 777, which is Jake Owens, and third is second in the class is James Alford, then third is Owens. The Clio class is 69, that leads the way, which is James Black. Second, 5 Charlie Hand, and third is number 11, Richard Ashmole. And the Ginetta 40 class is 44, Peter Dildon that leads. Second is 36, Stephen Moore. And in third place is number 91, which is Julian Daniels. Less than 20 minutes window.
Yeah, it's all spreading out a little bit now. It's a shame that some of the cars are having to come in and back out again. The 76 BMW makes its way back out of the track. Doesn't seem too sedate either on its way out, so potentially the problem with that car sorted. Time to tell. Fantastic sounding RX-8. Now into turn 1 again, the Mac G racing car. Currently running in 4th position overall. He's got quite the gap now over Noble, hasn't he, Josh? It's opened up a little bit.
Yeah, 8 seconds. And Colin Noble now starting to be recalled by Neil Wallace. The gap there, 1.8. Axel Van Niederveen comes through into the top 10 now from the pit lane, and he's right on turn with David Goodin. So this has been a good drive in the pit lane for Axel Van Niederveen. He's lapping around the same pace as Johnny McGregor, so that's roughly where he would have been, and it's the lead to start from the pits.
great start to this race though it's been by Bradley. I mean, that gap now 11.8 seconds with just 5 laps completed. That's very, very impressive. The number 47 BMW flying, as we saw it fly earlier in the Kumo BMW Championship. He started from the pit lane there, didn't he? And really carved his way through the back. So another great performance so far. Everyone keeping it nice and tidy in terms of the racing itself though. You know, we've seen a lot of overtakes and a lot of close battles going on, but people still holding it together. I really like that machine of Paul Goodlad, really going well. He's actually got novice nobody's right in the thick of it.
I think that's one of the ex-Volkswagen Racing Cup cars. JW third. So the race leader, Noel Bradley, comes back across the line for the 6 laps. He started the lap traffic now. Because of that, he left time has gone out a little bit. On the next lap, Ryan Ransom through in second, is now 10 seconds behind the race leader. In third, on Lee, the G56 crosses the line, and he's about 10 seconds behind. At 4, Johnny McGregor comes through in the Maserati 8. And then 5th, Callum Noble continues to be closed in the game by Neil Wallace. Past Wallace a few laps ago, and now Neil Wallace ends up recapturing the BMW. 1.5 seconds separates those two. And then next through is Axel van Niederveen, who's into 7th now in the pit lane starting Janetta. And he's lapping a couple of seconds quicker than those cars in front. So he'll probably be with them about when they get to the pit window. And I think as soon as the pit window opens, we get very busy because there's only this 5 minutes for each car to pit. Down there, and it'd be important for like Noel Bradley to make the minimum, close to the minimum time. Richard Ashmore going back to the after that car had the off and then pitted. On that lap, Van Niederveen was as quick as the top 2. Okay, he didn't have much traffic to deal with, but good effort nevertheless. He continues to be the M2 Chris Overend. 9th is David Gooden, and leading class 3, still there in 10th place is Harry Yardley Rose, who leads the class by 3 seconds over James Orford. In 12th place, 79 Justin Dodge. For 13th, a gain of place on the last lap for 777, which is Jake Owens. So he got himself into the Clio leader, which is James Black. James Black only 2.8 seconds, although it's a bigger gap than what it was earlier to Charlie Hand.
We've got drivers being prepared with helmets and kit and all sorts down here. One that I noticed is James Whitley ready to take over in the number 17 BMW Team Brit. He's just got kitted up as well, so obviously he's got very shortly. Ready to go, so I expect as soon as that window opens, like literally as soon as it ticks over, we will see people coming in.
Yes, so we're 3.5 minutes away from that, Chad, so prepare yourself a bit early. But yeah, good to be down there in advance for this, because like I say, it's going to be pretty busy pretty quickly. Yeah, 10 seconds between Bradley and Bradford, so without traffic, no traffic coming the way now, the traffic is there, there's very little that will be chose between the top two. Through goes Mark Lee, and Mark Lee is on a similar pace to the top two, so what do I know in his he gets in with the traffic, whether he'll be able to close in on these two M3s. And if McGregor through in 4, how close has Axel van Niederveen got to the two in front of him? Those two in front of him, not quite close as they were, he nearly caught them though, so Callum Noble through in 5th, then Neil Wallace and Axel van Niederveen nearly there now in P7. He was 4 seconds quicker on the last lap than the cars he was chasing.
The 76 is back in the pit lane, I'm afraid. I think it's going to go straight into the garage. No, actually he's moved to one side. He's gone sort of into the box as it would have been planned to, but the car doesn't go completely in. Obviously that is the machine that caused the start to be delayed after the problems earlier. So I'll maybe have a wander down and see if I can chat to someone for you, Josh.
Okay, thanks, Chad. Just to note, for people who weren't here yesterday, we have to pit at a 45-degree angle in the pit lane to save on space. 70 is registered, I presume that's because of the so I can Chris over it. Race leaders are making their way around for another lap. Now Bradley's into Murray's. And then back to the FT40s now, which Peter Dillon still leads the way there, and he leads by about 20 seconds from Stephen Moore. Julian Daniel.
76 is going back out by the look of it, Josh. Glove's going back on William Lynch. And the M3 fires back up again. And he's just getting his right glove on now in a bit of a hurry, and he can go back out again. Not quite sure what the problem was. I'll see if I can grab one of the guys from the team. Do we know what the sorry mate, do we know what the issue was with the car?
Fuel leak.
Fuel leak, okay, thank you very much. Well there you go, Josh. Fuel leak confirmed by the 76, but he's still back out and he's still fighting.
Thanks. The chance for a fuel leak for the 76 BMW that's had now a couple of pit stops and had those problems on the grid as well. So the pit window opens in 30 seconds and the battle for 5th position gets 3 of them now, and they all come across the line as one. Callum Noble ahead of Neil Wallace and Axel van Niederveen. They all go to the right of the Ginetta G40, blue flag, blue flashing lights as well up there. The new panels that have been put in over the winter by MSB, part of the Motorsport UK upgrades of British racing circuits. So that helped the driver know that those 3 cars have come through. To the on the timing screens now, it shows that Group A pit window is open. So we should wait and see who the first scheduled pit visitor will be.
And it's going to be a Golf, I can tell you that, Josh. One of the Golfs has just jumped in, the black, I believe, Mark 6 Golf? I think it's a Mark 6, no, it's Mark 5.
77, that'd be Robert Taylor.
It is, he flicks the car in, stops very nicely. Lovely example of this car, actually. It's got the VW Cup body kit on it as well, with the wider arches. No rear wing on the car, tiny bit. Drive change takes place. Seat inserts and other parts get thrown out of the car as well. Obviously these stops are not as sort of frantic as yesterday because of the refuelling that goes on with a lot of the cars that we saw in yesterday's British Endurance Championship race.
We've had a spin out from the circuit, chance for Axel van Niederveen as he was trying to gain places. He's spun at Agostini and he's got back going. And in all of that, Neil Wallace was Callum Noble. He's in the pit. Axel van Niederveen, who's done a lot of hard work in the positions. More cars heading towards Shando. He's close up on Volkswagen Rocco. He mentioned earlier. And he can do all the Ginetta G40 Cup leader. He's also second because Ryan Branson on the last lap was 2 seconds faster than the leader, Noel Bradley. So, there's some traffic gets heavy, that catches us down. Third place for Mark Lee, fourth for Johnny McGregor, fifth